All right. Good morning from Madawaska, from room 18, the basement of the Inn of Acadia, which is this room is just for recording purposes. So I had a nice room. I'm in respect to my old friend John Dennis. I have 3 questions for the show today. They're going to be in, I think, least important to most important questions regarding the show. My first question would be, could you live in Madawaska? The answer to me is I could live in Madawaska. So I had a great run this morning, very hilly run. Look at this, Dave. This is a tip of let me see if I can get this up here. Here's my run, 5 miles. You can see, look at the flights climb, 28. Wow, 28.
That's impressive.
Well, I'm not showing that off or anything, but very quiet life here. Great. Last night after dinner with you guys, which was very nice, which we'll get to. I made sure you guys left, and I kind of trailed and then I went and parked and then went for a walk. Right? You guys actually have this hotel is nicer. If you had this hotel where your location is, that would be actually legitimately great hotel.
Right. Yeah. Right? It's like a 20-minute drive.
Yeah. The view is great there. You're right on the water. So I had a nice walk on the water last night. This morning, went for my run, had a little hot chocolate and a piece of turkey or sausage at Tim Hortons, and the people were talking quietly. I read the newspaper. Nobody bothers anybody. Now, I mean, it's depressing here, but yet everyone's very nice. You know, ironically, we made some enemies, but the average person here, as we learned yesterday, is very nice, very helpful. I think I could absolutely live here for 5 years, no problem.
I would have a tough time getting around, I imagine.
Well, if you lived in downtown Madawaska?
I guess if everything's walking distance, but getting anywhere, if I called an Uber, it would take 3 years.
That's true. Yeah, you might be in trouble. Yeah, you might be in trouble. I could do it. Colleen could not.
I don't know about that.
You're not built for this.
I like major grocery stores. I like stuff like that.
What?
Like Stop and Shop and Big Y.
In a grocery store yesterday, it was completely fine.
Right, that was fine. That was nice.
We commented
What's in the town that we're in?
Is there a Chili's? Is there Chili's or anything like that?
Yeah, there's a Chili's. Yo, you missed the Chili's. It's down. It's like a half mile down.
I need stuff like that.
It's at the mall
I need
down
stuff
there.
like
Half
that
a mile.
around.
Is there a Chili's?
Airports to get places.
We learned there's an airport.
I know, but that's how.
If you want to go to Newark or Quebec City, you're fine.
Right.
Right.
Where are you flying around to?
I don't know, but I just want to know it's there. Not really, but I just want to know what
awful trip that you were complaining about last night?
What complaining?
Huh? Well, it sounds like somebody you may get a free little handicap access through some of the rides.
You like this one? I don't know why, but you like this one.
Is Mickey real, brother Dave? Why is this mouse talking to me?
It's gonna be terrifying for her.
Oh my god! I would think it would be.
There's chipmunks all over the place.
There's a mountain in space, and we're flying. We're in the dark. But I think this is more my speed. I can understand why you guys would think that way. So we had a lovely day. Can't really give details. I'll just say this. I didn't want to give any spoilers or details because I don't want to piss people off. I'll just say that the city, is it the town or the city of Madawaska? Is Madawaska a city?
Town. I can't.
Town? It must be a town. But there are some cities that have 2,000 people.
Yeah.
It's weird. I believe it is a town in Madawaska. Confirm that, Justin, would you? Town. Is asked us to participate in something via video, a project. I think they felt bad what happened a few years ago, so we're here, whether we're at the library or other places, at the border, trying to help out the town a little bit. We'll be featured prominently in some town fashion in 2024. That's in 2024 is all I will say about that. So we had a good day yesterday. Steve Robinson himself was up here adding some mirth for his few hours of running around like an absolute lunatic.
He had important things to get to, though.
So we're actually in this room yesterday, and Steve, we're getting ready to do something, and Steve's like, "I'm with you guys today. Can you believe 24 hours from now I'll be with Heath McCollin or whoever the hell it was?"
I think it was Leonard Leo, which sounds like a made-up name.
That sounds like a porn name. He's like, "Tomorrow I'll be with Leonard Leo, who happened to be in the Trump administration." I'm like, "Yeah, great." So was Ben Carson.
He said it like he didn't know. You might know who that is, but
I have
at least
nobody
he didn't realize the 4 men he's talking to.
Nobody knew that.
Me, Shane, Justin, and Dave were like, wow, Leonard Leo.
Like, wow, like Omarosa? Wow, I'm so impressed. Gee. But yeah, Steve was in full, I thought pretty full Steve. It was a good Steve day yesterday.
Oh, yeah. He likes it here. He likes it here.
Yeah. He was in full Steve mode throughout. And we had a lot going on. We had the Justin Rick reunion where they hate each other.
That was very cold.
Very cold.
I thought Justin handled it well, though.
Yeah, I thought he was fine. I thought he was okay. We'll get to Justin. What was question? We know what question 3 is for an order of importance. I forget. Now I probably forget what question 2 is. We'll get to question. We'll just stop fucking around. We'll get to question 3 now.
Can I say another Steve Rick interaction?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
He asked Rick how he was doing, and Rick's like, I got a lot of paperwork to deal with, and Steve just goes, that government red tape.
He was. Oh, we got lunch. We had lunch at Jeff's. I like Big Rick. I don't want Big Rick to listen to this. Leave Big Rick alone. I don't need this in my life again. But I didn't need the Big Rick lunch experience. So we walked up the hill to Jeff's, which is Mike's place anyway.
Yes.
Steve got his red snappers there, ironically. But we had the full Steve, history of, the Madawaska economy right now. I don't... Boy, if they put this mill over here, and I think Subway owns a lot of this land. And you have no idea what you're talking about. He's just yapping away about Madawaska. Some pretty good middle-class jobs here. He's just looking out, in the wind, watching the trucks go by.
I feel like you like that, because you'll ask him questions about,
Well, I just like winding him up.
And,
It makes me laugh. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I like winding him up. Madawaska, I think, as much as we left it, I don't think much has changed in the last 2 years, or the last 3.5, 4 years. I don't think.
No, although Dave did say that he called the grocery store to see if Stacy was in.
She was not.
And they replied, I've never heard of that person in my life.
You know what, though? If you get a 16 or 17-year-old kid working there, they might not know who the hell Stacy is. That's possible.
I guess.
Yeah. She's on vacation. We didn't get to see her yesterday.
That's right.
Her and Brucey, I think, are away.
I know.
So that's a shame. So, yeah, I guess it leads to really the theme of the day. Well, first of all, I think everybody saw the library picture, which gained tremendous traction online. Very funny picture. The whole crew. The whole gang hang out at the Madawaska Public Library. Very nice woman working there who seemed utterly confused, but very nice.
Has never seen a cell phone before, by the way.
That was
It's probably a flip phone.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. I'm envious of that human being. What a great way to live.
Right.
Getting badgered by Justin. Just shut the fuck. I think I turned to you, Mike. What did I say? Tell me shut the fuck
Tell him
up.
to stop.
Yeah, just please stop. Stop being nice. Stop. But
I think you said he's too well-meaning was the phrase.
Yes. But I wonder, it leads to the real theme of the day yesterday, and the theme of dinner yesterday, is Justin Trudell, or as Steve called him yesterday, Justin Trudeau.
Yes.
Actually, seriously, I think called him that.
No, not so seriously that he asked. He was like, Justin, is it Trudeau or Trudell?
Yes.
He was jotting it down.
Now, you know his last name, right, Dave?
I do.
Okay, it's interesting. As a producer of the show, you know his last name.
Yeah.
Oh, so you've taken that time to get to know that about him.
Yes,
Wow. Interesting.
It's big of you.
Which leads to the real theme of the day, I thought yesterday, the dinner, and a couple of sneaky... Is Justin an asshole?
Oh, that's not the question of the day.
I didn't think
Oh,
that.
yeah. That's
I
ridiculous.
think
just
yes.
hates Dave.
I caught a couple of things. I think yes.
Wow.
Which is fine. But
You said I was an asshole.
You are an asshole.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't think that's a bad thing. I mean, I'm an asshole. There are assholes in the world. But Justin gives off this innocent, I don't know. So there's Mike tweeted out initially after I think quote tweeted the picture at the library.
Yes.
And said this Dave Justin tension.
I didn't realize
Which, by the
how
way,
real it was.
Dave and I were doing something for this Madawaska project. And while we were doing it, Dave had something up, and I saw Dave's phone, and I saw the Julie fan group interacting with Dave about it as well, which was
I didn't text
cruel
back.
for me
I
to
didn't
see
text
that.
back.
Yeah, you might have to leave that group.
Yeah.
I started a buzz.
And then we did something else, and Justin and Dave, and there was real tension. Shane, who was here too, was in the room, and I could sense. And you know me, if I smell tension, I pounce. So at dinner last night, I like everybody set up. Our waitress was there, very nice. Colleen seemed very interested in the waitress. I'll say that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. And so I said, "What's going on here?" And Justin, this is not the asshole part of the Justin conversation. Justin says, I said, "Why are you mad at Dave? Why do you hate Dave?" And he said the Cullinane is a flagrant looking at his cell phone while driving abuser, to the point where he said he does it the entire drive.
Yeah, and Justin was you could tell Justin was annoyed in a
Justin's here. Does he have a mic, Dave, or
sense.
no?
He can use this. I'll use this.
Why,
shitty
you got to
mic.
use yours, though.
This will just sound.
What's
a little
that?
bit- We only. This is supposed to only have.
But he also had this dynamic, though, that was really, before we get to that, also hangovers. Justin fancies himself like Dave was doing work and Justin was trying to correct a lot of it yesterday.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, which is actually aggravating me, honestly, because I'm like, just shut up. Like, you're a charity
fail.
case. You're a charity case. Shut up. Like, But what are we doing here, Dave?
I'm trying to get this for Josh.
Justin, fix this,
Justin,
would you please?
Yeah.
Do it in a real condescending fashion.
I
If
might
you
have
could.
made this worse. It's not going to reach that far. Let me see.
And we can't even, sadly, we can't even get into the monumental fuck up that Colleen had at the start of the whole thing yesterday.
Oh,
I hate doing that to listeners, but it's
I know it's a
no,
good
there is a
one.
lot
It's good
going
one,
on with all
folks.
this stuff.
it's
Yesterday.
incredible though. It's like I think that you're maybe your greatest of all time. Breathtaking stupidity.
Did we survive it? We survived it.
We survived. Yeah, but you can't.
Yeah,
that's a
no,
good-
you can. You can. We
You
survived.
can, maybe. That's how. It's. I guess it's how you are who you are. So tell me about the driving with Colleen experience.
It was good, but he's just on his phone a lot. And I just mentioned we were driving half a mile down the road to Parodies. And
The Stacy Supermarket.
Have I ever been to Parodies before?
no,
So what did I do?
It's on the same road.
but you didn't have.
Have I ever been to Parodies before? I didn't know it was on the same fucking road.
What do you think it was? I mean, we're downtown Madawaska.
You've been here twice. I've
3
never
times,
been
yeah.
here. I looked it up on Google. Like I look up fucking
No,
everything.
you said, but then you said you're on the phone.
That's a whole different. Hold on. That's a
You
whole
said-
different issue.
you said you're on your
I
phone
was
the whole
open-
time.
I was open and honest with you guys at the table. That's a whole separate issue.
All right, you
Why
want
don't you focus on
Do
Justin?
you actually not want to talk about it here?
No, I'm willing to talk about that. I don't
Oh,
give a
good.
shit.
Okay, because I wasn't going to. You are on the phone. You said the whole time with your kids.
Hold on.
While you're driving.
Why? This is not fair.
You said
You're bringing a bigger issue into play. I'm addressing his issues
Okay.
from yesterday.
No, but no.
He had no fucking idea that I was going to bare my soul at dinner last
I think
night.
somebody's in the next room right now. You do realize that you drove up from Boston to Madawaska with him, so we saw you do it the whole drive.
No, he didn't.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, he did.
Yes, he did.
Well, first of all, I had the Google directions up.
Sure.
Okay.
Even though you think it's stupid, and we were on 95, I had it up often.
I know, but you're on 95 for 400
Okay, I get it, but I had it
miles.
up often.
Okay, but why do you have to keep looking at?
With all due respect,
Sure.
he was sleeping for a good portion of it, just as Mike was as well.
This is after your big conversation.
Yes, I didn't see
Had a
you,
great
Dave.
fucking
You got me.
conversation. I couldn't have been happier to see Justin yesterday.
What time was this
I
great?
was happy.
What time was this great conversation?
1 a.m. Right from the get-go.
What was the topic?
Pulled into my driveway.
Oh, is this Justin's
excited.
Justin Wednesdays? That
Mike
terrible.
wanted us to listen
No?
to his producer's
What?
podcast.
No,
What'd
I
you say?
didn't. Justin kept trying to get us to listen to a very good show, and I
Mike
refused.
really wants to listen to it.
Plenty of laughs. Basically, from 1
Is this
a.m.
Is this a Justin Wednesday? This is Wednesday.
No, it's not a Justin.
Okay.
Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Should
once
be.
a year.
I think it'll be less than once a year, Mike. But yeah. So they all right. So they're rolling up there. Dave's. I totally believe this. I've never driven with Dave. I'm sure he's checking his phone constantly. No doubt. That would annoy me.
That's fine, but this is completely exaggerated.
By
It was
Justin
a
or by me?
5-minute drive
By who?
by Justin.
Well, he
to an
said you
extent.
did the whole drive up.
I didn't do it the whole drive out. That's just bullshit. This is just he's adding to it, just like he did yesterday. That's why Mike tweeted that out. Is because as
There's real
John
te-
Pelletier is with every fucking tweet we send out, and he's responding. Justin,
What are
is
you ta-
fucking,
why
he
did you-
just keeps
why would-
he just
Don't
kept
you
nailing
dare
it. He wouldn't do
the name
it.
of John Pelletier.
You know what's sad is I went for a run this morning, and I went down the hill, and there was that like that huge by the border, that big. I don't know if it's a mill where everybody's working down there, you know. And there was a Pelletier auto license plate, and I kind of like chuckled. I was like, it's kind of funny he's not here. Like I thought about that for a second. Like, why am I wasting my time? Now how do I respond to this? Don't tweet at me. So
He was just hammering it. Like he called me out for the phone thing.
Just like Pelletier.
We addressed it as normal human beings did.
Yeah,
And then he just
where
hammered
was
it
this addressed?
in the car going to Paris.
What did you say?
I said, Dave, you're all.
So I couldn't have been on my phone the entire time because we were addressing me being on the
Well, I
phone.
think this is the buildup of
while- during
this is the
that
buildup
drive.
of his frustration, Dave.
Dave, I looked over.
This is the buildup of his frustration, I would think, Dave. Probably the summation.
We were driving to Parodies, and he had his phone out, and he was just staring at his messages.
That is not.
That's all. Like that's what I noticed. You didn't have the directions out, and I was like, "What are you waiting for? Like, why do you
Directions.
have your?"
I don't-
It's like 500
I'll
yards
believe-
away from
I
it.
don't I think he's a shit stirrer a little bit.
I didn't understand this was going to be so.
I think he's a
upsetting.
shit stirrer a little bit.
Well, I also think you can see the supermarket basically from Big Rick's.
You can't
I mean,
use that.
Take
as
like a left. Like,
I put it in my GPS to start the entire.
fine. Okay.
If I
Did you
could say
did you
also-
do the other thing this morning, by the way?
You
or
did
no?
not put the supermarket in your GPS.
Yes, I did.
Hold on one second. Did you do the other thing? Did you guys do the other thing this morning?
No, we're doing it on the way out.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
What do you want me to say? I put it in my GPS. And I
You did
started
not,
driving.
because remember I had to tell
Why
you.
are you getting pissy now?
I had-
No,
Baby.
we both were doing.
What do you
it.
mean he's a shit stir? What are you saying?
Like I think he's
Yeah, yeah.
exaggerating the amount of time
But
that,
here's
that
the
was
thing.
happening.
He didn't know I would tweet. If I didn't tweet that, this never would have been mentioned outside
No, but
the
you
car.
you tweeted it after we start. Like we got
think
into it
this
in the
was-
car.
I think this is why you tweeted it.
Yeah.
This is why. But that's what I'm saying. If I didn't tweet that, Justin would never have mentioned it. He wouldn't have tweeted, Dave looks at his phone all the time. So he's not
Correct.
stirring shit.
No. Oh, okay. So you're the shit stir.
Yes.
Yeah, which is fine. But I just mean he's stirring shit in the sense of like on the personal conversation. I think he's exaggerating how much that was.
Yeah,
I don't think I was
in the car. He's trying to be the shit stir, like the.
Yeah, but it was funny. Like we were having a good time with it.
I could actually
get my rocks
I could actually see the car vibe. You guys were laughing so hard. I was behind you. I could see you guys laughing. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
And then when you got out of the car, it seemed like you guys had one of the greatest times.
Shane was like, "Can I leave my car here and just come home with you guys?"
Yeah,
it seems like a lot of fun.
But he was relentless, wasn't he? Like he kept going. Like we addressed it, and then he kept talking about it.
you tell me shut the fuck up?
Because I wasn't offended by it, and
I could tell. Yeah,
It was not relentless, by the way.
he was relentless.
twice.
Shane,
was he relentless, Shane? 1 to 10. 1 to 10. How relentless was Justin about this? Wow.
thank you. Relentless. That's fair. That's totally fair.
The reason I said Justin's an asshole is we were having dinner last night, and Shane is a really good guy. He's like legitimately a nice guy. I like having him here, and he was talking about something about on Portnoy's podcast, and you called it the DP
show.
Yeah. Just like, oh, was it the DP show? Like you said, like an.
I didn't say
yes,
it like
you did.
that.
Yes, you
I
did.
not say it like
yes,
that.
you did.
That's why I meant it. I did not say it.
Don't flick that. Stop flicking that thing.
Okay.
And like I can say that because you're not allowed to say it like that to people. You're not above anybody.
Of course.
I hate to sound like Clemmer, but like you're not above Shane.
No.
He's a working man.
I didn't catch that.
Oh, I don't miss anything. Why are you saying that to Shane? He's a good guy. That is the. I don't know if that's territorial. Like you used to have my job.
I don't think that's him like talking down to Shane. I think that's him actually. I don't know why.
No, he did like no.
I don't know why I'm defending him.
He did like this. He did like this. He did like the DP show. That's how you did.
No, but I think it was like one of those jokes. Like he
wasn't
friends
joking.
now, spending a lot of time.
I don't think.
I honestly do.
Me and Shane are friends now.
He was at the bookstore. We were at the bookstore yesterday, and I can't even say it. Damn it! He mispronounced one of the names in the book of the two brothers, and I was like, well, you can't make fun of anybody.
Right.
Oh yeah, I mispronounce everything.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we were talking with
That was just
Signori
shit
Weaver.
talk. That was him just like shit talking.
Oh, don't
one
do
of the
this.
guys.
Don't do this. You don't like him. Don't do this.
No, I do like
I
Justin.
hate,
No,
I hate
whoa,
this.
whoa,
I
whoa.
hate this.
Don't
I
lie.
hate
Don't
this.
lie. Try to
I
instigate
like
nonsense.
Justin. I like Justin. I told Justin I have his back.
What did I say last night? I first of all, I told him I loved him last night.
You text Dan Cass
moment.
about him having a job?
Why would I do that? I wouldn't do that.
I
Without
did.
Justin telling me to
I've
do
done
it.
several times.
Justin's never asked me to do
Justin didn't
anything.
tell me to do it. I did it.
I asked Dave if he wanted to mend the fences last night.
Why? Before the show?
No, well, I said.
What do you mean no? Yes, you did.
I said, "Do you want to get shit faced tonight and like love it out?" You ever?
We're doing a show today.
Why'd you say that?
Yeah, I know. It was. We weren't actually going to do it.
What if he said yes?
I would have said, "I'm not drinking."
No, you wouldn't have.
Yes, I would have.
All right. Well, so anyway, okay. Jesus Christ.
I wouldn't.
So great.
I
Anyway,
did.
so we say it to Justin. He brings up the driving thing. Perfectly reasonable.
Yeah.
I get no. I'm sure Dave does it he admits he does it in front with his kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a problem. I got to work on it.
The whole
Puts us all in danger.
Not the whole time. That's why I think Justin is exaggerating this thing.
probably
a
the
little
whole
bit, which is
time.
fine.
And then I'm like, yeah, I'm like, you don't really like, Colleen drives you crazy or whatever. And Justin's like, yeah. He's like, keeps everybody down at dinner. He's like, he doesn't want. He's so insecure about being a
It
producer.
came out of nowhere.
Out
I
of
was
nowhere,
shocked.
and that was
It
the
was
real.
shocking to me.
That's the real truth, right there.
Oh no,
That's
maybe this was right after that. But then what he said that shocked me was he's just afraid I'm going to steal his job.
yes.
Well, I don't think it's me. I just think he's protective of his job, and I think
You
this
backtrack
came
so
off
fast
as a
into the
bad
spin
way.
that you're doing now. Like right away, you were like that, and that was the one. Colleen doesn't care. Colleen doesn't care about the text. He doesn't care about his kids. He's texting with his kids. He doesn't care. Right. But that one, I could tell was like a little
Yeah, I think
little
that-
body
that
blow
he
to your
cared.
stomach.
That ruined it.
100% because I
That ruined the dinner,
that put
honestly.
Dave in a bad mood.
Yeah, Dave was a mess after that. It was babbling about who knows after that. It was-
Frank the Tank.
yeah, we'll get to that insane diatribe.
Oh, my
No, you really agreed with it. but
Institutionalized.
whatever.
But Justin's contention, which is not incorrect, is all producers are insecure, so they try and keep people down. But
But I don't think that's accurate. I just don't.
what is your theory on it?
I just think he's just.
And don't say it's not good or it's not bad. Just what is your
He's
theory?
very protective of his job. He's always in the back of his head. He's always like, "What?"
Yeah, but you got, like, what's the example? Is it not asking for help or something like that? Not giving responsibilities or something?
I just think whenever there's like another person in studio or like
Producers are like
Kirk's
that.
going to
It's his show. I don't.
Kirk's
what do you
going to
mean
New
in
York.
studio?
I want to go to New York so I can produce the show for him because I don't want him to go there
That is
and
not-
fall in love with another producer.
That is absolutely.
Oh
not
my
true.
God! Well, you're right. I've had these connections with these producers in New York.
I have a theory on this whenever you're ready for it.
Go ahead.
I feel that Justin, in a way of kind of appealing to you, just threw something at the wall to insult Dave.
Oh, I don't
and then
think so.
immediately felt
No,
bad.
no,
and
I
then
don't
felt
think
bad
so.
that he said
No,
it
no.
and realized, fuck, I
I could sense it. No, I could sense it in the
what I
air.
said.
But I
could
didn't
sense
like. I don't agree with him at all. One and two. I don't agree that he's an example of that. Like, I don't think I tried to hold Justin down. I
Well,
think,
Justin would never have been capable of producing the show full time. Like, he can't,
first of all, he can.
no, he
And
can't.
second
He
of
would
all,
have a breakdown a week with the social media. But you nuts?
doing the job, the actual
Like when he goes to New
technical-
York with the Yak. Yak is, I love those guys. I'm friends with most of those guys. But that's like a love affair. Like
Yeah,
everyone
you're
loves
taking-
everyone. He's going to be built for that. He's going to be
Fine.
great for that. It's going to be good. He's going to climb. I think he's going to climb mountains. I think he's going to do it all when he's there. You know, like I think there's 6 days a week and then there's JW, Justin Wednesday.
That's right.
That's what I say. You know,
Folks, buckle up.
I mean, it's basically like Dan Katz, like you're not a star anymore. I'm Justin. Let me pitch myself,
Yeah.
as he said last night.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was shocked. And I was surprised.
And I didn't know if because of that pitch, I didn't know if he was taking it out of me because he thought I was being harsh when he told me that.
There's
earlier.
probably some of that.
Maybe. I
I
didn't
wasn't
think it was
trying to
harsh.
be harsh. I just think it's true.
Was that the 1 o'clock conversation you guys are having?
Yeah.
Okay. And you have to drive back today.
Yeah.
Great.
The drive back's tough.
It's just classic. I mean, it happened a lot more rapidly than usual. But yes, it was a classic case of the boys were hanging. The 6 of us, we were laughing. We were slapping knees.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then tensions flare, you know? You
Well-
get sick of each other.
Well, I was surprised. I got like negative energy from Justin like mid-afternoon on.
Yes.
Oh, really?
No, no.
Well,
I mean, no, I did get that.
Oh, well.
I may be wrong.
He's hard to read sometimes because I think that all the time of him too. That I'm like, is he angry at me or did I do something? But I think he just gets that way from time to time.
Yeah. No,
Just try to stay out of the way.
huh?
I just try to stay out of the way.
That is. Okay, now that's a lie.
Here we go.
and it's a good thing. You wanted to help yesterday. That's why you
A
asked.
lot. Like you were. I think
that's
you were.
fun.
I think you were frustrated with some of the creative choices Dave Colney made yesterday. Or
No.
why are you pausing?
I'm trying to think.
I don't know, creative
if there's
cho- I
any
mean, I'm not-
creative.
Look, I'm saying whatever
Yeah.
directional choices he made for this thing.
I stayed in the car for like one of them.
What does that have to do with anything?
I can't see
Because
what.
you're so disgusted.
I think
by
he likes
Dave's
control.
work.
Like I think he likes control.
Yeah.
Like, he wanted to be helping more. He wanted to be doing, and that's fair. But I think it definitely
Well,
impacts
it's
his
fair.
mood.
Why? You should have no control over
Nobody
it.
wants to. Is my point. I
Too
think
bad.
like,
Well, be better.
but I think it impacted his-
Go to Chicago and do it. I'm with him.
hopefully will. He has the skill set to do it. But I just mean maybe that impacted his mood. Like then all of a sudden it feels like he's like I don't know. He almost seemed like drained and annoyed at the same time. Oh, it was weird.
Do you think that's fair?
I was definitely tired yesterday.
Yeah,
I think we all were.
Yeah, yeah. He didn't go to bed.
Well, you got power through it. You did. We appreciative. I think. This is the tension he brings to the room now. Like, unbelievable.
I just don't agree with him. That's all. So that it hurt my feelings that he thought like that. Something like this has never impacted. This is like legitimately the only thing that's impacted me like this before. I haven't had something like make me upset like that in a long ass time.
What, did
Like as if I'm going back to
You
like
didn't say you're a
7th grade
bad
with a
human
girl or
being
something.
or anything.
No, but it was.
think he's a bad
it was
person?
a
No,
negative.
Dave's right.
You think he's a great person? Mm-hmm. Why?
I think he would put himself in harm's way for others.
Well, he does every time he gets in the car.
No, he
He's looking at that
He
phone.
wouldn't even say that.
What do you mean? Like he would, like in Vietnam, he would like save his troops?
Yes.
He is the last guy on earth who would do that.
I would absolutely.
You
I put
would,
myself on the line.
you would
I
never
would
do
absolutely,
that. You would never do that.
absolutely, I would.
Harm's way, like what?
If Justin texted me and said like I needed something because we live close to each other, I would be there in a heartbeat for him.
Dave taking a bullet for Justin would be
You think Clemmer's that kind of person?
No.
Okay, but yet he drove 100 miles to try and help you when you were in trouble.
Yes. So he could say he
Hmm.
did that.
What?
He's 100%.
Still did it. You wouldn't do that.
Wait, this is changing.
What are
I
you
thought you said
talking
you
about?
would do that for you.
You're telling me if
Not
I was
Dave.
here that night and Justin was missing,
Dave would have.
No way.
you fucking nuts.
No way. You wouldn't. No, you'd be like.
If I called Dave, like, hey, I'm down the street in Foxborough, I need a.
See what I hate is when the guys like they don't like these guys don't like not liking each other.
No, that's
like,
not
just-
true.
that's what I was
I
trying to
told
say.
you.
Just embrace
I
not
am
liking each
being
other.
a-
My existence is people don't. I'm like, so what?
I-
Live up.
I am
you guys
admitting-
don't like each other.
I am admitting to
don't
you
do
how-
this fake like off. I
You're
hate
being
that.
an asshole. You're being an asshole. I am.
Oh no! No! I'm not. Please, can you like me? I'm sorry. Can you help me out if I'm in trouble? Like, oh, am I an asshole?
I'm
I am an
admitting-
asshole. So
I'm
are you.
admitting-
So is he. You guys don't like each other. I like both of you. Both like me, but you happen not to like each other.
How do I
Life
not
goes
like
on.
Justin? I have had no.
There is
issue.
body language in this room like you read
Because
about.
I literally told you I am being a pussy about this. He sprung something on me yesterday that I was not expecting, and I think very highly of him. So
Sprung
I'm
something
literally.
on you like he was pregnant or something.
Dave was hurt right up until Frank the Tank came up, and then
Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there. But you looked legitimately stunned when he said. But it wasn't even like he wasn't calling you a bad person.
No, I didn't. And yeah, but I felt like if
Are you
thought I
taking
was
the
holding him
inventory
back-
about it, thinking maybe he could be right?
Yeah, of course.
Because I have said that.
Which is why-
all producers are insecure.
Yeah, but
all.
I don't agree with it. I just don't.
I'm sure you don't.
Yeah.
You might be
One
right.
of the first things we did, like I asked you if he could come in studio and help with the live stream and all this
But let's
stuff.
get to the other thing, his New York thing. Like, if I were you and he said that, I'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Justin's contention is you go to New York every time I go because I'm going to fall in love with some producer that literally sets things up and leaves.
I don't get that. Yeah. I just go. First of all, like you're awful with that. Like you won't tell me to go.
No, I go if you want to go or
But
don't.
I also
actually, I actually think I'm great about it. Go if you want. Don't go if
Correct.
you want.
Well, yeah, but it's also kind of
Seems like a good.
yeah.
He
it's
wants to
kinda-
make the decision because either way you lose, or he feels
Well,
like either way
it
you lose.
sucked. That
Literally,
you-
if it's harder for you with your kids to go,
No,
then
I
don't
get that.
go.
aspect.
I don't even
appreciate
know.
all that
It's a
side.
dream boss.
I just mean like you went to golf last time, and I didn't go with you because we didn't know what you were doing. We didn't know
Right.
how you do it. We felt like there was enough producers there, and I think even though you ended up feeling like you didn't want to do the show, it probably would have been good to have somebody there that you just knew on a whim could do. I mean, every other fucking talent had somebody there. Like
Right.
you should have that ability.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay.
But I didn't give a shit if Foreplay edited your show that day. I was on the phone with them. Like
I have no idea. I don't know. Justin thinks you do.
I don't know why.
No, I do like Dave. You know how I know I like Dave is because
I don't want to know. I don't want.
I'm just
to
being
know.
honest
I
that
don't
I was
wanna
hurt.
know.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
want to know how you know you like Dave. What's that?
I'm just being honest that I was hurt. You want me to hate
Someone's
somebody.
being honest here right now. It's you. I give you that. Yes, Justin is not being honest. I give you that. I give you that. You don't like Dave. That's fine.
I do.
Okay. I mean, that's okay.
As soon as you said the stuff about Chicago, I asked you because I
Wait,
did.
boy, this is really fucking you up.
Well, this. Yeah, I
Jesus
shouldn't. Yeah, I shouldn't go to this level. I think very highly of him.
What do you mean Chicago? What are you talking
know, I
about?
should-
Trivia?
No, the
Think couple
him,
weeks?
him going to Chicago or something.
Oh, I thought you meant us.
Yeah,
What
like
about
I
him?
asked you, can I reach out to him? Because I didn't know if that was a private conversation between you two.
What did I
This is-
say?
This is early. You said yes, and I
didn't
reached out
care.
to him, and I thought I was giving him like productive help.
What was your advice?
I was saying that I think when they go to Chicago, they need like a lot more live show producers and stuff
Justin
like that.
thinks
Whatever
Justin
you
thinks
think.
he's a talent. He said last night. He
Which-
does not think he's a producer.
By the way,
you didn't
I-
say that. You didn't say that.
I think he's the hybrid of that. I think he's a producer that. Could
I
be
think his
good
attitude
talent.
should be: I'm a producer. I will produce for you guys, and you will learn what kind of character I am, which Dan already knows through the show, and that will happen organically. I would not go in as like I'm Justin.
Yeah.
But he's got his own ideas. I
I
got
said a
his,
lot of the ideas.
I'm like Colin. I got his back 1,000%.
I think a lot
I've
of the
reached out to
ideas
Dan.
he-
I've reached out to Portnoy. Dave hasn't done shit. What's that?
the ideas that he came up with, he should think of ideas for the talent there and be like, I can help you with this.
Yeah.
And then eventually they'll realize he's a guy who should be on on these shows.
I basically said to him something, and I said, I think this is the direction they're going in Chicago. You just need to point out that you're like very adept at all this, and I think you did that.
I
right?
did.
Yeah, you're very adept at this thing.
Okay. Great. You guys are best friends.
We are.
Why you can't blame me for this? I
not
never
blaming
said
anybody
I did.
for- I'm not
Yeah, but
blaming
you
anybody
want-
for
You're,
it.
you're, saying,
You're so
getting,
mad. I'm not
You're
bla-
getting mad that I don't hate him, and I said I never
No,
hated him.
I'm not mad at all. I am amused.
Why are you so mad?
I'm amused at how you guys are now lying to each other. As opposed to
I
just be
have
like, I
not
like you.
lied. I have no. What
That's a
is
good
wrong?
drop.
Why are you doing this? Stop taking me out of that. I
I'm
have
not doing
not
anything.
lied.
I'm saying you guys don't like each other. I could
It's
be wrong.
Not
It's
true, and
okay.
I've told you 10 times.
Oh, okay. Well, that's different. It's an observation. It's how I feel. What do I know? But I'm just saying there's tension in the air. Mike pointed out yesterday, and I could tell when I was in the room we were filming that thing before
There's
dinner.
tension with him. There is hurt with me.
So there is tension. You're saying from Justin.
Hurt is not tension.
Well, you
with
said there's
me.
tension. You
Marriage
said there's
counseling.
tension.
You talked to him about his.
You
feelings.
just said
You
it 30
talked to him.
seconds ago, Dave. You just said it. You said there's tension
I
coming from
think
him.
there's tension.
Right. That's what I'm
You
saying.
can think, but there's not tension.
We both
com-
agree there's tension coming from him to
I
you.
think I give off tension to everyone.
I don't feel it.
I do sometimes, and I don't mean it in a bad. I just think I don't think
I don't
he
feel like
realizes
tense
it.
around you.
I feel there's times where he doesn't realize he's coming off like angry.
No, that's what I mean. No, I just was like, oh, he's in a bad. I don't care.
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
but that's different than A, being critical of his driving, which I think is fair, and then B, saying he's an insecure producer, and then he's always worried. That's why he goes to New York and does all these things. That's a real shot. That's a legitimate shot.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't mean it that way, but
Oh, what
that's
do you mean
true.
as a compliment?
I don't think it was a compliment. I was just observing a fact.
And you said that Steve was a more secure producer than Dave.
I think everyone who listens to the show knows that. I don't think. I don't think Steve I don't, see, I'm not even trying to dig. It's just a fact.
Again, it's the tone. It's something.
See, it's the tone. I have a weird tone. I'm like slightly.
No, you were being an asshole there. I actually watched Dave's reaction right there. Dave look at him. You don't see Colin like this much. You know what's interesting, Dave, is this is your coaching tree, and one of these guys is just saying,
Not really though.
he
was
worked
with
under
Steve.
you. He's
Yeah, but he
basically-
was
He was a
with Steve.
Steve
He was a Steve.
hire.
No, but
disciple
he
first.
was there with you, and he's basically saying this guy's no good.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I think
Is that how you feel? Is that how you feel? That's how I would feel.
No, but I also get his point about Steve. I mean, Steve is like, first of all,
Who do you think was more confident, Steve or Dave?
Competent? Steve.
competent, confident.
Steve.
Sure, that's who he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't disagree with his take.
Oh, you looked wounded right there.
Oh,
Don't
he
lie.
yeah.
Oh, hearing it from him because I like him. I care about Justin. I want to see him succeed.
is why I'm
It
telling
hurts
you
to
the
hear
truth.
him say things back to me.
Yeah, but you're like way more successful than me. For him to give you
What's the
advice.
fuck
I'd be like,
about success? What do you think? I should talk down to him like Chris Clemmer or something?
I should.
You can. But
So
you're,
can you.
You're also not an asshole, so you don't talk.
Yes, I am, and so could you. If he's talking to me, if he was giving me that kind of attitude, saying those kind of things to me, I'd fucking bury him.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. But
What
how does
issues
it?
do you have with me?
But
You
how
don't
does
think
it?
he would? You don't think if Justin said so and so's a better podcast host?
Okay,
than
yeah,
I would destroy him. That's my job.
I'm here still protecting. him.
That's your job. I like Justin
But how
too.
does it? How does it?
We've kind of already lost him though, to Chicago, a little bit.
No.
Like I felt like he floated away a little bit yesterday.
He is
dinner.
here. He is here.
No, but at dinner I felt like we're starting to lose him a little bit, which is good, which is okay.
You'll never lose me.
Yeah, well,
I'll never let go.
I think he just got frustrated at the conversation. Like I could tell he was like looking forward a lot instead of like looking at you when you were talking. I feel like he didn't like he stepped in something he didn't want to. That's the vibe
Justin?
I got.
Me or Dave?
You.
Oh.
I don't think so.
I feel
you-
like when you
I don't
said
think so.
the thing
Oh, yeah?
about Dave, you felt bad that you said.
Oh, I felt bad because
Yeah,
I saw his reaction. And I was like, oh.
But you don't feel bad about the driving thing. You're trying to help him out. I mean, that's dangerous.
No, but that's the driving thing is a little bit of an example to his defense of how he can but how he can come off
Such
angry.
a pussy, Dave. Yeah,
What?
go ahead. Nothing. Go
Like
ahead.
I would handle that of like, fuck, you look at your phone a lot. Like there's people in your car.
That's what he
You
did.
need to stop. No, but in a nicer way, like you need to work on that as opposed to like.
What did you
Oh, I
say
think
when
he
you
comes
said
off
it?
angry.
Justin was not a dick about that.
What did
by
you
any
say when
means.
he said it to you?
I think I just got defensive. Like I haven't been doing it the entire time because his whole thing was I was doing it the entire time. I'm a little softer with that stuff. Like I've noticed this. You probably should work on that because you could get us fucking killed.
I don't know what Shane thinks, but I didn't think Justin was an asshole. In that. He was just like,
No?
"Hey, why are you looking at your
But we
phone?"
immediately also started like telling joke. Like we started laughing about it.
Telling jokes.
Well, not
Yeah,
telling jokes,
that's how angry he was. We were all laughing.
But you just said I feel like that sometimes with Justin. He sounds as if he's
Oh
angry.
yeah, I'm saying that wasn't a moment that I felt.
Oh, you didn't agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
There's a lot going on because you have Shane and Justin. They both had the same job. Steve and Dave had the same job. Mike and Justin are kind of a team.
I thought everybody gelled. I don't know.
The person who's been most consistent between dinner and now is Shane.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is, he has added exactly the same amount.
Yes. I like Shane. Shane's a good glue guy.
I love Shane.
Yeah, Shane's a good guy to have around. You know, Justin mocks him, but I like having him around. I like having him around. Matter of fact. So the dinner rolls on, and it was a good dinner. The food was good. Great place. I like that. That's where Mike was hammered. It's where we had our first live show.
I think you meant last night. I was like,
Yeah,
Jesus,
yeah.
was I?
It's where we had our first, obviously the Mike show, the live show in 2020 before the pandemic in Madawaska. So we had dinner there last night in the main restaurant. A nice view of the water, beautiful night. And then so we kind of get through that. We're laughing, we're telling stories, whatever. And then Dave gets back to this Frank the Tank cameo thing, which what?
It had to start somehow. Like there was a.
Start.
There was, I would not just be like, hey.
I think it started with
There had to be some kind of barstool.
we were talking about Erica's interview with Glass-Steagall in the New York Post, which I didn't read because he had to fucking pay for it or something.
Oh yeah, but you can use that thing.
What thing?
The
Oh, yeah, I'll do that. And it was about Dave, if Dave Portnoy is frustrated with Barstool, whatever, which he talked about in my interview, 20 months left. And then somehow it led to revenue, company, this, that, the girls doing the OnlyFans, and then Dave once again is upset that once again yesterday, Frank the Tank was numero uno on the cameo.
You don't know how often this comes. Like Dave will just bring it up to me, like just before the show.
we talked about it last week in the car to the studio.
You were up on the show.
Oh, did I?
Yes,
Well, he
we
tweets it every day. I'm just saying, if I was Dave Portnoy, who runs the company, busted his ass, all this stuff, I would hate seeing that tweet every day. I'm number one on Cameo. All the money goes in my pocket, and Barstool doesn't get it. I'd be frustrated if I was a guy like you, who shares revenue on a lot of things.
I think that's a different argument. I think tweeting it is a different argument than him being allowed to do it.
He's a friggin'
I didn't
he's
like both. That's not the argument.
he's
I get what
brain
you're-
dead.
that doesn't
Like, I
matter.
don't, he's
It's
a
the
child.
it's the action that I just don't agree with.
You're very offended by it, though. You should really not worry about it that much.
Dave is on the side of corporate greed.
Well,
I mean, it doesn't keep me
wants
up at night.
Barstool
I'm just saying.
I think it
yes,
might.
I am.
I think it might.
allow less
How
of the
much does he
employees.
charge per shot? Shane or Justin? $50. So we had 26 the other day.
Yeah.
So we made a little more than $1,000.
Yep.
And Cameo takes part of it, right?
Yeah.
30%.
And if he
tax.
uses an iPhone, Apple takes some. of it
Okay,
too.
so whatever. You walked away with like $800. You want to say whatever?
Sure.
So your mind it should be 50-50 whatever. So Barstool lost $400 yesterday.
I don't know the revenue split. I'm just saying if it's revenue for a talent that works for Barstool should be.
Well, your quote was yesterday was made the company no money.
Well, I just based that off you too. You say that on the show, so I don't know.
I don't know. He could make.
I don't know what
fortune.
I don't know outside of social media.
He's
posts,
a
stuff like
viral
that.
guy. He might be making the company money.
Yeah, it's different. Like your revenue thing is easy to explain. You make a lot of money in podcasting. You make a lot of money in live events. All that stuff.
right.
You share every dime of that with the company.
Well, not every dime. I mean,
No, I know, but revenue-wise.
Yes,
Like,
yeah.
you
We have a
share,
we
it's
have
a
a shared
participation.
contract. Yes.
It's
I would not
easily outlined.
I would not do. I did the Cameo thing a few years ago for charity. That guy who wound up. I think he might even wound up sleeping with that kid. I think it was a sex trafficking. I think they based that Jim Caviezel movie on him, wasn't it?
Mancock.
Haven't seen him since.
That was the working title of that movie. Sound of Freedom was Mancock. The guy went away. He took that kid and took off. So we raised like a bunch of money, $100,000 for him, right?
Yes.
In total.
Something like that.
And I did cameos for that, right? Is that what we determined last night?
Yeah.
So I think I even went to Barstool before that. But if you're right, but I'm different than Frank. But Frank is in a different financial position than I am too, probably. But if I went to cameos, like I'm gonna start doing cameos. I'm in the fans, which I think they would probably do. Do videos, whatever. Remember, Mike did it very famously, very successfully.
Sure.
So like I would go to Barstool and talk about that, and probably give them a share if I started doing that. You're right, but Frank is different.
But that's
We're
why
talking about Frank the Tank.
Dave's argument should be you should be getting more money for live events because like Francis and Sass and these guys that do stand up are allowed to and shit. I don't get why his argument is take money out of the little guy's pocket to give to Penn National.
I understand the argument. He works for.
He has a laid out structure.
No, I get it. I actually get it intellectually. Like Frank's entire existence is because of Barstool. So he should kick Barstool. But to me, Frank the Tank is different than like a normal person.
But I just think it's a weird.
You cannot look at that. It's
Why?
a company
Why?
with employees. That's
But he's
what it is.
But he's not like a real human being. I mean, like not really. It's like Stu or somebody.
All right, well, then I'm sure another employee at the company makes a decent amount of money.
I think your best argument would be, I think we talked about last night, if it was somebody who Dave hated and they did it and Dave was in a bad mood one day, he'd go off on that guy.
Yeah.
At the company. For
But
sure.
then even Dave would say, I know I let fucking
Of
Kelly
course.
Keegs go on
Or Frank the
OnlyFans,
Tank.
but-
Yeah. But you are you were passionate about this last night. Like 20 minutes.
I mean, I also think
It's been a year. He's been talking about OnlyFans and cameos for a year.
I just don't agree. What do you want me to say? I just don't agree with it. I think if it were me and you boosted me up somehow to start making money off Cameo, I would want you to make money. I would want the company I work for to make money.
I don't know if
Just-
you would.
I actually think it's part of content, to be honest with you.
What do you mean?
Like I think it's Barstool gave a person relevance for other people to request to buy goods off that person.
Yeah, I think your argument is not wrong. But I think you're
basically like buying a T-shirt.
I think you're very worked up about somebody who is just be happy he's alive. and stuff.
I don't give a fuck if it's Frank then. So it could be
But
anybody.
like if I was hired to work on the show in some fashion and Kirk was like, hey, don't keep your Patreon, don't worry about it. Would you like run to corporate and be like, this guy, he's making money on the side. Fucking take it away from him. You know what I mean? Like I don't get
No, but also like we said after I think you went to the bathroom or something, if that's in their contracts and they can do it and everybody knows about it, like go make
It might
the money.
be. I don't know.
That's
I
what
don't
I
know
don't
Frank's
know.
contract. I have no idea.
Or other people who do live events.
I guess. I don't know. Anyway, what else is going on?
Well, I didn't pay attention to any of that live stuff.
No, I did. I watched a little bit last night when I got back to the back upstairs, and like, I have no idea what's going on. I don't care. I'm worn out by it. I don't care.
Yeah.
I saw I told everybody that Northwestern football coach would be fired. I guess that player that Dan Rappaport talked to might not have been right. I don't know. You can go find his tweet. Oh no, you can't. He deleted it. We call him deleting Dan Rappaport. Little Dick Dan, we call him. He deleted that tweet.
Yeah, I don't know why that didn't hit me last night when you told me that. I was like, oh, good, he should have. No, he
You
should.
said that. I was like, what
I
are
don't
you
know. That was
talking
stupid.
about?
I don't know why I said that.
But does that mean that like I know Fitzgerald got fired? Does that mean that Dan doesn't stand by the tweet? I mean,
it's
the
a
tweet
guy that got shit for something that isn't used to it, I assume, right?
I guess, but like, does that mean you're a journalist? Like, you don't stand by? Did you make the quote up? Like, did the guy take the quote back? Like, what? Can you explain that? Like, I like it's one thing to delete a tweet where you do something stupid or racist or whatever. There's a journalist doing journalism, which. Like, it doesn't matter if Fitzgerald was fired or not. This is a guy who played there who said this.
Right.
So why delete it other than what Mike says? There's no other explanation.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's just lousy journalism.
Yeah.
So
People seem to be. I mean, everybody has their like all the obviously Northwestern people are defending that guy.
Yeah, I mean, we're at the stage where like it's like Paterno, it's like Larry, it's like
Was it White Sox Dave at Barstool who was like really defending the Northwestern?
yeah, and I'm sure
coach
he's one of the top journalists in America, so I'm sure White Sox Dave has a reasoned take on it.
He's broken some stories.
But-
Cusack.
That's true. I like White Sox Dave, but now we're at the point where the fan base of that school is so hurt that they're going to do this. And I see people tweeting like who's the drip on ESPN? Dan Oranoski or whatever his name is.
Dan Orlovsky,
He
yeah.
stinks. And he's like basically Pat Fitzgerald's a good man. Like Darren Ravel, like I know him very well. It's like I'm sure he's a nice guy to you, but what the fuck do you know?
Yeah.
And like like hazing like it's like I don't want. And I'm seeing people like you can't like people are pussies now. Like no, you can't haze kids in college. Like it's over. We're done. We've moved on. We know it's stupid. It doesn't do it. There's no benefit to it. Doesn't toughen anybody up. It's just fucked up. It's weird. It's always like weird sexual shit. Just move on. And if you didn't know, you should be fired because then you didn't know. If you knew, you should definitely be fired. Either way, be gone.
Was it you that said that? I've heard someone say this recently, but make the Penn State analogy where like the instinct immediately is for people to defend the school.
Yeah.
And then they kind of cool off and are like, oh, okay.
Well,
I
Jeff
guess-
Lowe was telling me that because Jeff
Yeah,
went
yeah.
there, right? Because Jeff was like, initially, he's like, everyone's like, what the fuck? What the
Yeah.
fuck? Then you look at it and you're like, well, oh, this is, not great.
Right.
So, look, I think, the other thing is the team went 1-11 last year, which I didn't even realize.
I just didn't know that like hazing to that level. First of all, you can. This is the wrong way to put it, but like hazing to some extent builds camaraderie within a team, right? That's why it happens. I just didn't think they
that's
were
how Dave
dry
treated
humping each
Justin
other.
when he
Well, I mean, this is essentially what we did for the first 30 minutes of the show in a weird way.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, like, we're fucking around, but like
Yeah.
then at dinner last night, you guys went to the bathroom, turned the lights off, and you started dry humping his leg.
Right.
So
Right.
I started rubbing my head.
That's
it
why
was
Justin
time.
feels this way. Like,
Justin's
enough is
very-
enough.
Justin's very hurt. So yeah, so I pay attention to the live stuff.
Do you see this Rolling Stone piece about Sophia Franklin?
I
When
read
they tried
it.
to
Yeah.
get
I saw Porter's.
Steve
story.
Portnoy's
I
quote.
have not seen
It
it.
was,
Has to throw in that jab.
it's a horrific story. Like whether we agree with her, like the writer takes no side. It's like you can tell the writer's scared. It was a terrible
I don't know,
story.
I felt,
What is it,
I
like
felt
she
like
was
this. I felt
bullied
like the
by
writer
Barstool
took
or
her
something?
side.
I know, but a lot of times they would throw in like the Alex, like I could tell the writer was kind of like, I'm not sure about this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was stupid. It was dumb. Yeah, it was dumb. No landing at all.
I just like that they had to print that Dave was going to use the article as toilet paper.
I did see that. Yeah. I did see.
I think she's done okay.
Yeah, I think she's
like,
kind of
not nowhere near what Call Her Daddy
she's so
was, but-
niche, and she
Yeah,
has
yeah.
But yeah, so we do some more stuff today. We get back, and then we got Eckhouse tomorrow. We're taping right. The
Yes.
show Friday. But we got to tape Eckhouse. Works out for us. The Eckhouse interviews at the studio because across the street at the funeral home is one nut guy's funeral tomorrow. I don't know if you guys knew this or not. So it's going to be sad. That little casket with one nut in it. But,
Yes.
so
One nut and half a brain, as I've heard.
so explain to me. I don't even want. Well, do I have to listen to this sound or no?
That was part of the car ride, having a blast, listening
Yeah.
to Metters on the network,
Oh, we were
laughing
laughing.
away.
Oh,
It
it
was a great car
Were
ride.
you looking on? Do you have it on your phone? Is that where it was? You were looking at your phone while you were driving,
brought it up
watching
on
it.
his
I did have to put it on YouTube on my phone.
He had no choice.
Yeah.
So Menner's.
Justin didn't say anything then.
No, of course not. So can you turn me down?
Yes.
I can't hear this. Doesn't matter.
No, I mean I'm sure you've
I've heard
it.
it.
Yeah.
but yeah.
So, and I know most people aren't even watching these fucking like 300 views. So I know most of the people listening aren't on Twitter. B don't care about this. So Menner's, the little Australian guy, is taking over. I basically told him a couple of days ago, cut the shit, put those guys back, and he rolled over like a doggy and did it. And then one nut guy was what? What was his job?
He was basically the
Censor.
censor chief.
Censor chief. One nut guy, by the way, like kind of stinks, like sneaky stinks. Like everything's the one nut joke, and he was in Portland. I was not impressed.
Well, we couldn't remember if he was in studio or not.
Yeah, that right. He's one of those guys. Nice. No, I'm sure he's a nice guy. So he was removed because, like, the whole thing is Menner's fault. Obviously, like it starts at the top.
No.
So
I think it's 50-50 one.
He's had a.
With
he's
who?
had a
The
mutiny
420
on his
guys?
hands.
Yeah, I think I
they did nothing wrong. They did nothing wrong.
No, but if
Nothing.
you
They did
know
nothing
if
wrong.
you know that something is problematic, you can help the guy who.
No, it's his job to watch it. He has a team watching it. Those guys are stupid. It is
All
not
right,
their
so
fault.
then I guess it's 100% Menner's fault, but it would be nice if they alerted him to something like that.
I think these scumbags are trying to break Menners, and I think the best way to handle that is to go on YouTube and say, "You're not gonna break me." Do you understand?
Well, he's so humorless about it. Like I don't even get it. Like can you fuck around a little bit? So
So
we got
stunning news. One nut guy has resigned from his position as a chief censor.
uh-huh.
Now, I had formed a censorship bureau. He was the chief, and Justin the Drip from Florida was his
All right,
assistant
so hold on.
director.
So there you go. That's enough anyway. So yeah, the drip from the Florida Justin's taking over. Here's the other thing. Like, I'm not really that worried about people saying dumb shit on the YouTube channel anymore. Not really.
On your backup YouTube channel, basically.
like
Yeah.
Murchison,
Yeah, now knowing it's separate. Who cares?
Murchison's dead. Like I buried that asshole. So like,
That's what I didn't get why Manners was so angry. Because, like, it's nice of him to not want you to get in trouble for that shit.
right.
But, like, was Howard Stern calling the FCC saying, gang, you're going to want to pay attention today? Because
Now, look, there are things, obviously, there are words I don't want said on there.
Sure.
Like, that's pretty clear. I think we all know what the deal is. And like what that guy did was stupid. No problem. Got it. But like, I don't think you need to be that obsessed with having said. Just watch the fucking show. And if it looks stupid, get rid of it if that's what you want to do.
He was talking like every show's going to take, like, days to come.
Yeah, watch it. Like, it's not that difficult.
No, but I will say,
He said, listen to him. He said he wasn't watching it.
right.
Watch it. Get somebody to watch it.
Yeah. That's what he's trying to do.
Yeah, get that. Yeah, what's your face? That the other one. Who's the cunt that does the helping out?
Joe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that Jessica called a cunt at dinner like 6 times last night.
So do you want to separate this network? From
Dave,
the show?
Dave, I don't care. I have real
Well,
problems. I have
listen,
real issues in my
Don't
life.
put him in that position.
You
What?
you just said you don't care what people say on the network.
Fly away then. Be free. I don't care.
But
yeah,
that,
they can have it. Go for it.
that can't happen
What can't happen?
because it's a Kirk Minahan show piece of property.
We can give it to them.
So do you want to pass it along to somebody?
I don't care.
I'm asking you.
Manners
I-
Network.
I'm saying legitimately they can have it. What would I care?
I will transfer ownership.
To who?
Because if somebody goes on there and says something, you currently own it.
Okay, but what do you think is going to happen? Let's play out the worst case scenario.
They'll take down the video.
I'm dead serious. Let's play out the worst
Well,
case scenario.
you got strikes from a different show in the past, which
but but I don't care if our YouTube channel goes down.
Right.
Remember that. Do you know your deal? Like I don't.
Yeah.
I legitimately don't.
Yeah,
care.
and actually, it's even better because it's not your show channel; it's the network channel. Yeah.
No, but I don't care if the show channel goes down. I don't. I don't care. Like, well, I'll do the show, and we did pretty well just doing the podcast. Like, I like doing it. People like it, great. But I don't. What changes if we don't do? I don't care.
Well, I would say maybe Murchison's dead, but other people, if somebody goes on there, it's still
bring it on.
But if someone sent an advertiser, some guy on the YouTube channel making an inappropriate joke, would
Oh,
they
they
be
could
like,
put. Yeah, but somebody could fuck.
I'm sure they could
Right.
twist it
No,
into
yeah,
that. But
that could definitely.
But if
happen.
it's
So I'm done,
fully
but
owned
my
by
point is,
somebody-
I'm done worrying about that stuff. I worried about it for years. It tore me up. If Murchison wants to wake up again, and do his thing, go to town. Like I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Like I've gotten past that. He's a little cockroach. It doesn't matter to me at all. Bring it on, Bob. Bob, wake up. So, but yeah, that's fine. You want to give it it's no use to us, that channel, is it?
Yeah.
It is?
I mean, they're participating in content. Sometimes funny things come out of it.
Well, we can react to it if we don't own it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't matter to me. They
Who
can
do you
have
want to
it.
sell it to? How much money?
I don't know. Whoever. Whoever wants it, make an offer.
I'll
Fine
give
by
you
me.
$40.
Start
I don't-
negotiations.
Well, do you think it matters if we own it?
No.
That's what I'm saying. So
Except for the advertiser piece, if like somebody, but they're going to use it against you anyway, even just because it's associated with you.
yeah, go for it. Go to town. I don't care.
My favorite quote was Manners kind of collected his thoughts and just said, in the end, McFuss Daddy was right.
He was.
Thinking
He
about getting
always
that
is.
tattooed on me.
He always is.
That is the point of the network, right there.
Well, that's what I mean. But you can do it somewhere else. I mean, whatever. Right? But my point is,
Well, he does
I,
do it somewhere else. On
my
the
point is, I
podcast.
appreciate them paying attention. They should. They should. Even if we don't own it, they should. If some guy is using the N word or saying something stupid or homophobic, it's like I get. Like we live in the real world. Like the YouTube will pay attention to that. But just give it a once over and watch it. Like it's not that difficult.
Well, that's what he did.
No, he
just
didn't.
missed-
No, he didn't.
He gave it the one over.
He didn't watch it. He said he listened to it. He wasn't watching.
Oh, right. He wasn't
If
watching.
you're listening to it,
Yep.
and the guy makes he did something with his eyes to imitate something, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, then you got someone has to watch it.
Yeah.
And I like him, and the Drip's a nice guy, and I'm kidding. That woman's obviously, I'm sure, a nice person. So go to town, do whatever you want, make an offer. I'm willing to sell it.
Okay.
For the right price.
All right.
What else?
We talked a little bit. The New York Times doing away with their sports department.
Yeah, that was inevitable. But they said no one's going to lose their
I
job.
get
or
it. So
something?
so the sports department is going just to different positions in the.
Yeah, but
New
they'll
York
get rid of
Times.
people at some point, I would
Yeah.
think.
So I don't.
I liked it when I saw that tweet. I was like, "Feed me the journalists around America who are gonna," and they didn't disappoint. Bob Ryan was like,
Dan Shaughnessy.
"Yeah, what did Ryan say? He's like, this is a day of infamy for journalism, and all these people are crying. It's like this is how the world works. Like they're antiquated. They're going to be gone. Just like one day I'll be gone. Antiquated. This is how it goes. Like things change.
These people would have a legitimate gripe if one day they took whatever the most success. If Barstool today said like, you know what, we're getting rid of Pardon My Take.
Right.
Like something that's really successful. Then that would be a legitimate like, hey, this is a really bad day. Why the fuck are they doing this?
Right. Makes no business sense.
Yeah, they get mad when they're like, oh, something failed and they got rid of it.
Well, they nobody covers. It was a couple weeks ago. What was it where journalists were clutching their pearls about some story? What was it a few weeks ago? Oh, when they got laid off at ESPN. Nobody runs for themselves like when journalists get fired. Yeah. I mean, it is like Weep City on social media. And meanwhile, I'm like, if you know the deal and you continue to work at the New York Times and you know you're losing money, like this day is going to happen. I think it stinks. I'm sure there are good writers and good people who lost their jobs, but this is how the world works.
Yeah, but
like, this is the economy. This is called capitalism. You're losing money. This is how it works.
But
by the way, they bought out The Athletic, which was a disaster.
Oh, horrible. But you said you'd be gone in a few years. I disagree with that.
Well, whatever.
Like they're being fired because their job really doesn't matter. What you can do both. You can be in
one day. But my point is, if the audience starts bailing on me at huge numbers every month,
right?
Then one day the Barstool will be like, "You're gone." I'd be like, "Well, yeah, I'm losing money for the company."
Yeah,
like, that's how it works.
That's exactly the thing, though. Like they don't care about actual censor. Like when a guy like you gets thrown off the radio or whatever, they don't give a fuck. But when someone gets fired for failing, they're like, "This is a horrible tragedy."
And it's not even like a criticism of the writers. I'm sure some of the writers are very good and do good work, but it's not being consumed. They've found a way to make money off of that. So when you can't make money off of that, and it's a business like ESPN did, like New York Times did, like other companies are going to do, that's how you do it. Like Odyssey, well, this is how it works.
But also, all they did is report, whereas like a you or a Dan Cat
I understand the difference.
Can report and give an opinion. So why
sure, but I think if you do good journalism and break good stories, there should be a better way to do that and tell that story and make money off it. But they haven't figured it out. They just didn't. The Athletic stinks. So I mean, it's a disaster, absolute disaster. Which BuyMike.net is not, by the way. We are over 700 subscribers now.
Thank you very much. Are we? I don't know.
Oh, are we not? Okay.
I think we're like too shy. So get to work, folks.
Go subscribe right now. What's going on there as we speak? As we speak in Madawaska.
As we speak, there is a mini episode of Why Are You Laughing Up. I've started. Well, this is the first one. I think I'm going to do like segments that people suggest of Opie and Anthony and Howard Stern and break them down. I don't know how it comes off. I hope people like it. I think it went pretty well, the first one.
What was it?
An Opie and Anthony segment. Leonard, a man that worked at McDonald's for 50 years.
Yeah.
I won't spoil it. They put some hijinks on it.
Okay. All right.
So let me know if people like that, because it was kind of different than the usual episodes. But a usual episode will be up tomorrow. Charlie Chaplin is the free episode of Why Are You Laughing? And then on Patreon, it's the Rise and Fall of Dat Fan.
Why are you smirking?
So listen to those.
I'm just about when he's done. I have something to share with you. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this is going to take a while, Dave. Go subscribe to the
keep
YouTube.
going.
For
Dave,
God's
Dave,
sake.
Dave, a blind man in Madawaska has a microphone who's describing an episode about Charlie Chaplin coming up. Okay, let the man
Don't
talk.
stop.
I mean, yesterday was Q's Day. This could take me a while.
Are you just going backwards 30, 40 years at a time, though? Quincy, Charlie Chaplin's. Next week, Why Are You Laughing? The works of Frederick Douglass?
Yes.
Okay, good. Good. I like that.
It's a history lesson. I
I
want
like
to teach
that.
the kids out there. You know?
Go subscribe. BlindMike.net.
Thank you.
What's going on, Dave?
Have you seen not the latest, but have you seen a Jerry Callahan tweet within the last 24 hours?
Don't give it away to me. See if I can guess it. I have
Tease us
not.
like that.
Let me see. Is it the Hannity one?
Yes.
I think he's actually mocking Hannity.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think so. Because that's a Jerry mocking one.
Okay.
Yeah, because somebody tweeted it to me.
Holy shit. I did not think it was a Jerry mocking one, but
What do you say?
Let me see here. Hannity just said his record is 2 100-pound dumbbells at the same time, and he could beat RFK Jr. in a push-up contest. Man, he is a stud. That's sarcastic, Jerry.
Okay. I trust you.
Yeah, that's
I
sarcastic.
wouldn't,
trust
I
you.
wouldn't,
I
I wouldn't
didn't
read
think
it
so.
as that.
Yeah, he's down on Fox News. He's down on Hannity. He's never really liked Hannity because we did the whole thing with Hannity's karate once, and he likes RFK Jr. That's sarcastic.
okay.
Oh, I think Steve said that yesterday. His dad will never watch Fox News again and never drink Bud Light.
It's true.
Like that.
Yeah, Big Rick was telling us Bud Light is a real deal.
What was his
around.
Bud Light comment? Didn't he have a Bud Light comment?
Steve?
Yeah.
I don't know,
That we
did he?
laughed at? I thought so.
He said something. He drove by one of the trucks and said something, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Madawaska does not have a Bud Light problem. Doesn't look
The
like
news hasn't gotten up here yet.
Big Rick said they do.
No,
They do?
I don't think the
Yeah.
news of trans people has gotten up here yet.
No, probably not.
Great
Big Rick,
businessman,
no,
'cause he
Big Rick
ordered
was
about
saying. What's that?
50 cases of it. So
No, Big Rick said they're not. He said they're
still
struggling.
gotta have it, but
you got to have it. Yeah, that's a lot to have if nobody's buying it. But
I guess, yeah. No, but not my. Well, oh, so this is your first time here?
Yeah.
What's your take?
probably the same thing as you. I didn't think there'd be as much in this area where we're at in Acadia.
Yeah,
so I
it's
guess
2
it's
chilies.
downtown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Three
No, but I
chilies.
just thought it would be like
That would be so great if we walked in. If they're just a regular run chill, they've got the flare on and everything.
everything. Brand
But you're
new.
right. Like that, the area where the hotel where we're staying is phenomenal.
Magnificent. It could
Yeah.
use like 1 or 2 more restaurants down there. Not huge ones, but like 1 or 2. There's not much else there except
Yeah.
for what's it called? Long Lake Restaurant? Lakeview Restaurant?
Lakeview.
So you go down the hill and then your hotel is there. And there's not much else, right?
No.
It could use like 1 or 2. There's like a little pizza shop I saw.
Yeah.
Could use like a little grocery store or something.
That's
What's
a
open
great
setting up?
setting.
What do you
Views.
say?
Beautiful.
I would do it. I would say great. It's a great area. Our guy Travis, we saw, he lives right there. So we did the live show with Carano and what did I do with Carano and who?
Me.
Oh, you, right? You were here. Yeah. I forget when you weren't there. You there or not there. We did that right about there, I guess, a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
That was a good spot. Yeah. You were there, obviously, Justin.
I was.
Yeah, you sure were. Who catered the event?
Dustin?
Dustin. Okay. Another enemy, right?
Yeah, fuck that guy.
What did he do? Oh, did he sell you out or no?
He decided to charge you $29,000.
Yeah. Oh, no,
that
you could-
It's
wasn't-
supposed to be the
He's a confirmed guy.
right. It's
That's
supposed to be
what
the payment on site.
Right.
Oh, that's right.
He's a confirmed.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we came back, all liking each other, and now the fabric of the show has been ripped apart.
Classic road
Don't look at me while you're saying
You're tense.
it.
You're tense.
You are looking at me
Yeah, I am
while you
because
say it.
because he's laughing. You're tense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
what do you
saying.
want me to say?
Yeah, if you didn't let Justin push you around like that.
Yeah, it was kind of embarrassing, honestly. You're an adult.
Bitch
You're in
slap
your
you.
40s, and he's doing this to you. 50s, probably. Who knows? He's doing this to you. But I thought it was a good working day yesterday.
Yep.
I thought we had a good day. Then we have a busy couple of live show stuff. So we have Eck House tomorrow. Who's in on Friday?
Friday's Boston Joe,
Great.
and we had a cancellation, so I'm trying to find somebody
A
last minute.
cancellation.
Yeah, so I didn't. Maybe the Mutt Man coming on Friday. You know?
I guess I won't see you guys. Oh, do I want to come in? Is that what you said?
Oh,
No, that's not what he said. He said mud, as a matter of fact.
Oh, Mud, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sad moment right there.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what it was. I didn't want to sound like I was like, no, because I was about to move on.
but we won't see him. This is the last time.
That's
We
what
might
I was
see him
gonna
next
say-
week,
That's
we
what I
were
was
saying,
going to say.
maybe.
Is you won't see me for a while.
Yeah, he might be in next week, we hope.
Oh,
Yeah,
all right.
Mike's taking off. He's going off to the woods for like a week or
You
something.
guys are
where he's
going off
going.
too? Two
Chicago.
ships in the night.
That's true. Oh, yeah, we have New York and then we have Chicago. Oh, is Mike ripping that trip he's taking?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
He doesn't even know where he's going.
I wasn't ripping. I
No.
just forgot about it.
oh, boy, that sounds like hell. Might be all right.
I think it'll be fine.
I guess so.
Let's
Jesus.
hope you're going to a part of Vermont that didn't flood, basically.
I know.
Which-
Yes, let's hope
Yeah, that was the KMS curse, they said.
where I got married. Not in good shape.
No?
No.
There you go.
Gays are drowning all over Vermont.
It's true. Oh, we can't.
Oh,
Tweeted
Step
you
to the
avoided
mic.
an international incident.
Oh, my God. Thank you, Shane. Yeah, so
Good job.
driving here, the directions were like basically where I was like, take this road all the way to Madawaska. And I was like, this makes no sense, but this is great. It's way quicker. What the fuck? And so I go and I'm driving and I kind of drift past the border. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I don't have my passport with me or anything. So, so I turn around, I take a U-turn basically around before the security, at the border patrol. So I turn around, I come back and it's on the American side, and there's this guy waiting for me. He's like, and he's Canadian. He's like, what's going on? And I'm like, I totally screwed up, wasn't paying attention. He's like, trust me, I'm from America. I'm an American citizen, give me my license rather. And I'm like, 20 minutes ago or an hour ago, I bought this here. Call the place if you want. Guys look at me. He's like, where are you going? I go, I'm at Madawaska, Maine. He's like, what you going there for? I was like, well, I do
Don't
this.
worry about
I was like, I do this show, this podcast, and there's something in my back seat that's prominent. I guess I can't say here, right?
No.
And he's like, what's in your back seat? And if I told the people listening, they would be like, well, that's so basically I did my best, which I've really never done, to explain the Kirk Minahan show to this guy in 30 seconds and failed completely. He was like, "Yeah, it happens all the time. You're good. Go ahead and take off."
You just get arrested.
Yeah, I was really like, I could get detained. I didn't bring a passport or anything. But yeah,
I wish I could say what it was because it'd be hilarious. If, as you're explaining it, they just tase you.
I'm like, yeah, it's a show, but like, we talk about stuff. I was like, I don't know what the fuck this show's about. And I was like, yeah, we kind of do our thing. I think I said that we do our thing. The guy's looking at me like, just get the fuck out of here, you loser. But yeah, narrowly avoided being stuck again, detained in my half homeland of Canada.
In that instance, couldn't you say? I guess why would you be up here? But I was gonna like just say like the Riggs podcast or something. Just easier to explain, you know.
I mean, I was not worried about it, Mike.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm here for foreplay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I do
Okay.
golf
Come on
podcasts.
through. I guess, but I wasn't that worried. Like I knew I was gonna, I figured I was pretty safe.
You know what was weird is when I drive, I'm on my phone the whole time.
Yeah.
But I didn't see that tweet for some reason. I would have
That's
thought I
not
would
a
have seen
great-
that tweet.
These are not good defenses here.
That's a
Probably
fair-
because I wasn't on my phone.
That's such a. Why are you doing this? You're so.
That's sad.
You're
That's
so
a sad
insecure.
moment.
You're like sneaky, insecure
No,
pussy.
he's right. Actually, that's the good thing Justin did this weekend.
That's
I
the
gotta-
good thing.
Yeah, I got to work on it. I got to work on
It's
it
not a weekend.
or whatever this is.
What's the bad thing you did?
Nice.
Hurt my feelings. Hurt
Yeah.
me
And you don't feel bad about that.
deeply.
I do feel bad. I think it ruined. As soon as we brought it up on dinner, I think it ruined the entire dinner for Dave. I apologize, Dave.
Dave
I
didn't
mean what
even-
I said, but
Dave
I
didn't even
apologize
notice
for how you feel.
Thank
You're
you.
so mad
That-
about Frank the Tank. You
that's-
couldn't get
I'm
past.
also
That means
fucked
a
up
lot to
still. Like this morning, I woke up. I get up super early, and it was on my phone. It said 5:54, so I was like, oh, I fuck it. For me, I'm like, geez, I slept in. This is fantastic. It's like, so I'm gonna go for my run, and I looked at the microwave. It said 4:50. We're so close. It fucking is an hour ahead of my phone.
And it keeps changing. Yeah.
Yeah, here it doesn't for me. It fucks me up. So I don't know. We got Riggs in 10 minutes, Dave.
Yeah, he's waiting.
I just text him. What else? Anything else?
I don't think so. Nothing crazy.
No?
Nothing
Okay.
to recap for me. I think we got everything here.
Yeah. I like this hotel.
It's a nice hotel. I don't know why there were no rooms available. Like I don't know what's going on in Madawaska today.
I saw a couple of people walking out this morning. What's the there must be something going on because they had the same shirt, like some sales thing. They had the same shirts on.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why.
It was both hotels too. The one we're staying at, there were people.
It's
from
that one I get is a summer. Like I get that.
Yep.
How's the AC at your hotel?
Fantastic. Water pressure, fantastic.
That sounds like, I mean, I'd stay there then.
Yeah. Yep.
I was like that. It was loud in your room though. That guy next to you, did he quiet things down or no?
Yes, he quieted it down. Yep.
You're really hurt.
Yeah.
I legitimately hurt. What are you doing?
But I did my normal routine. I went on with life last night. I
That was a
jerked
rough
off and went to
moment.
bed.
When it came up again as we were checking into the hotel because they were still kind of chirping at each other, and Dave pleads with the woman behind the front desk, like, I'm just driving and I look at my phone once in a while. You know? And she's
Did you really do that or no?
And she's like, "What room number again?"
Why don't you just tell him to fuck off? You want to?
No. No, I
You
don't
tell
want
me
to.
fuck off.
No, I just said I agree with him
Hey.
on the
He gave you
driving.
permission.
Thanks. Yeah, Justin said that.
It's not who I am.
Are you rooting against him now for Chicago?
Nope. Rooting for him. Do whatever he asks.
What's your pitch? Have you heard from Dan?
I've not.
Oh, did you confirm the Portnoy story that he told me at the golf thing? You the quickest response he's ever had.
Yes, it was pretty quick. It was probably like 10 minutes after the
And you
tweet.
told him who you were. He said it was less than that. You told him who you were?
Yeah, I said, hey,
Well, because the tweet was, "Who is this guy?"
Right. So
And
you
Justin
answered
said,
the question.
"I am a producer of KMS."
was.
Right. Well, yeah, it was.
yeah. Sorry.
There's a guy again who like bolted from this world, Dave. Was like, I don't want to do content anymore. I want to play video games for a living. And once Dan and Dave, it's like
No, it's once you said it.
that bothers me a little bit. I'll admit.
It was
I'll
once
admit.
you-
I'll admit.
it
I'll
was-
admit. I'll
it
admit
was-
that. I'll admit that. If I'm being honest, we're being honest in this room. That bothers me a little bit.
It was once you said it. If like Dan just reached out to me out of the blue and said, hey, come to Chicago, and you were just like, and you said nothing on it, I would not have.
No, you would want it probably, but you would have anxiety over texting him about it.
No.
Oh, you would want.
Why?
You
So
know
what
you
cha-
mind.
He
what's
might have wanted,
different?
but he would have said no. I think.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Dan's a bigger star. I get it. Like you're
No,
you're a part of my take guy. By the way, I may be as well. Just keep an eye out for that next week.
Interesting. Interesting.
Keep an eye out for that next week. So
Yes.
You think Justin's gonna be like, "Hey, you guys sure you really want this guy?" You
Oh,
know?
no question.
That hurts your brand a
no
little.
question. No question. No. I've always said I never doubt Justin's loyalty.
Justin told me yesterday that his dream job was to work at.
No, you did not say dream job. You were talking about what did we want?
Justin, be quiet. Dave, what's his dream job? He said his dream job is what?
Can I just clarify something with him?
No,
quick?
no, no. Finish the sentence.
Did you say dream?
Finish
while
the
talking?
sentence. His dream job is what?
Working at the lawnmower section of Home Depot.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Which was I actually
What's wrong with that?
perfectly reasoned.
wrong with
Perfectly
that?
reasoned.
Why'd you get so mad?
No, it was not dream job. It was like, what do you want to ride off into the sunset? Because
Yeah.
you said you wanted to own.
Did you use the word dream at some point? Like
Probably,
Okay,
but like,
all right.
but
Yeah,
like,
we
this
can't
is
be
like-
that
maybe
upset then.
then
Justin.
maybe
Well,
I,
like
yeah.
60,
yeah.
70.
I thought it was about to be something real embarrassing.
Because what did you say your dream job was? Was to own?
No, I said I think I said a liquor store wouldn't be the worst. Like having
like
a small
liquor store.
Were you two
People are always happy
queers
there.
looking up at the sky when you were talking about this?
Boy, wow. You may say I'm a dreamer. Wow, you guys really have huge. Wow, it's weird being in the room with these. It's like being in the room with Einstein and friggin'.
Maybe someday.
Well, we were debating it. It actually.
First of all, I would much rather have Justice. I've never touched a lawnmower, but owning a small liquor store is like a nightmare.
Yeah.
but everyone's so happy in there, like, because they're.
Whoa, what?
I don't know.
Well, yeah. When I go, I see happy people. I don't see the alcoholics like
Happy people?
Yeah, they're
Very
happy. They
Pleasant
get,
Home Depot.
maybe like just in the
You
summertime.
see happy
Maybe
people
seasonal.
at the
maybe
liquor
seasonal.
store or Home Depot?
At the liquor store, maybe seasonal, like because they're just getting their beers because they're going to a party or something.
I've
Like,
seen a
I
lot of
see happy-
depressed-looking people going to liquor stores.
Yeah, I haven't.
They're called
There's
alcoholics.
some
I'm
word for it.
rethinking.
I don't
It
know
was
what
a
is.
collaborative conversation. We were working through the dreams.
Is that a full-time job at the lawnmower section of Home Depot?
It would be like it was like a retired.
No, I'm saying, is that a job that exists? Is like if you go to Home
I
Depot?
have no idea. Dad used to work.
But we
He
went
hasn't-
deeper.
he hasn't looked at
We
it.
went deeper. I said, like, don't you want to be?
You went deeper than this.
Yeah, I said,
Is that
like,
possible?
wouldn't it be
No,
more?
no, he did get it out of me.
Yeah,
What's
I
that?
said, like, wouldn't you want to
I just wanna
go?
see lawns.
What are your dreams?
We want to go see what?
See lawns. I would just like go around. I'm like 65.
What do you mean? Look at people's lawns?
Yeah. Be like, oh, I got to aerate this. Got to dethatch.
What do you do to your yard every 2 years?
You think you're
Dethatch
gonna be? You
it.
think you're gonna be 65?
Oh, probably not.
Yeah. Why don't you do it now?
He's not thinking that.
I think Dan would let you do that for now. Just go do work at the
Detached
lawn.
lawns.
Jeez. Well, we all have dreams. Dave wants to own a liquor store.
No, that was just part of it. I was like,
Sorry, small. Even Dave's
I'm
dreams.
still
Even
debating
Dave's
it.
dreams. He corrects himself. A small liquor store.
yeah, because it'd be more
No,
of
no,
like
no. I'll
a.
manage the liquor
I want to be
store.
successful. I'd like to walk by a liquor store one day.
I just want to see like happy, excited people. Like there's no negativity
What do you
whatsoever.
think? You're Walt Disney, Dave? It's a fucking liquor store.
Definitely negativity in liquor stores.
Dave, it's like the most. What do you,
like getting?
But also, with his life, I
Hello,
just
good
wanna-
morning. It's a liquor store.
No, I just
We're
wanna-
bringing your dreams to life today. Hey, drunk man vomiting on the floor. It's my liquor store.
The Jack Daniels bottles are dancing behind him.
And here's the
Soul, go to the
Dave Cullinane dancer.
The people that work at the one I go to are so happy, nice, older.
So you just want to
and-
go to a liquor
Have you ever been to a different liquor store?
I go to the same one. I don't drink as much anymore.
I mean,
so
you've
go
never
to
been
the
to a
same
different liquor store in your life?
one. I have, but I don't like.
Next time, I'll tell you what.
This one's a
Monday,
happy
I'll give you this. Monday, okay?
I've
We'll
already
be-
ruled it out.
We'll be in New York City on Monday. Go to a small liquor store in New York City and say to them, "Hey, what's going on, cats and kittens?
It was the wrong thought. It was the wrong thought. So I got to find a new dream.
This is the happiest place these eyes have ever seen."
In the world of true imagination.
Oompa loompa doopity da. I've got a bottle of shots for ya. Just picture calling like the guy who owns a case store, Willy Wonka. You know, he's like moving around on the. He climbs up the thing. He's moving around on that. It's a world of imagination.
Hey, sir, where's your Smirnoff Ice? Oh, is it for a little girl?
Didn't I say?
You know where it is? 1 second. Let me see your ear. Woo. Here's some rumplements for you, little girl. I just like the calling. It's like. I think Colleen should do a Colleen Wonka where like he picks 6 kids and they like open a magical like drink and they can get the keys to the Colleen Kingdom one day.
Hey, could you tell me where the whiskey aisle is? Tell you? I'll show you.
You know what, Dave? Don't go into the one in New York because I want you to always think of the liquor store as a happy place. Your happy place. Where's your happiest place in the world? Oh, you know, there's this place I went once on vacation. Oh, I get to see my kid do this. I went to that liquor store. People are really happy there. What liquor store is that?
Palumbo's in Walpole.
Palumbo's in Walpole, the home of happiness.
Yes.
Dave looks
They
the guy-
sell. How are they happy? Like what?
Well, for the workers are very happy. They're always nice. Hey, having a good day today, jovial
They'll
individual.
tell you to fuck off, you mean? Like
Never,
what?
never.
It's almost like they're paid to be nice
But then
to you
I
or something?
always go and I see other people, kind of like me, happy to go grab a 6-pack or something like that, and they're walking out. I don't see the bad side of it.
Dave looks at a guy buying his 80th scratch ticket of the day. And is like, now that's living.
I said, what about
I just
like
figured
a
calling
food
and getting
truck?
out of there all happy, driving, drinking, and texting at the same time. It's an app. What were you going to say? I'm sorry, before that. What?
I said, like, what about if I turned like a food truck into a liquor store?
You people see a
did not
food
say
truck, but I see a liquor store.
Like a 2U liquor store?
Yeah, kind of like they would have an app.
Wouldn't that just be delivery? Like, would you play like ice cream music going down the street?
You're just thinking like it's a basic. This is a
like
truck of
running
this is a truck of fun. All the kids are gonna be running down the street after the truck. Dave's gonna be throwing bottles of booze at them.
Wait, liquor man, liquor man.
We were tossing ideas out there. Like it was just two friends having a conversation.
Well, we all have dreams.
Now,
Dave.
just like this, friends having a conversation, poking holes in it.
Do you think at one point they looked up at the sky and Dave was like, when we're both home, we'll both be looking at this same moon?
Oh, that's what Dave does talk about the sky. Was you get the kids around. He's like, "Oh, is it raining? It's raining whiskey." In this world of ours, anything's possible. Look at this guy right here. A couple of months ago, he was a fully functioning lawyer. Now he's a raging alcoholic. He comes to my home of happiness, and he's lost his family.
Are your kids too young, or will their next birthday party be at a liquor store?
Well, they
Or do you
can't
think
have that
they're
much.
too young to appreciate it?
Well, they can't have that much fun.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
That's what I mean. Yeah.
there's no point where
The memories will be wasted on them.
Sure, 16 kids packed in there. Hey, Mr. Palumbo, say hi to my kid again. You're so happy.
I've hid a fireball nip somewhere in this store. See if you can find it.
Unbelievable.
Find a new retirement job.
Let's make your own drink today. All right, wait, go to blindmike.net, of course.
thank you.
And, of course, go to Milton's.com. 3 great locations, South Shore Plaza, Braintree, Chestnut Hill Square, Chestnut Hill, Burlington Mall. And soon, I got the text from Bill yesterday. Big news. Did you get this?
No.
October, opening in Madawaska.
Oh, wow.
That's
Yes.
Yeah, next to the Chili's. They're going to put it right next to it. It's part of the
This
mall.
place is,
part of the mall complex. Yeah.
thriving.
Can I tell you, though, I love Milton's, but my favorite clothing store in the world. If I had to live here for a year for work, for a year, like I had to work and I just couldn't leave, I was stuck here for a year, I'd probably go to Jeff's 300 times.
Yeah, that
You
was
just know what you're going to get. It's like a
pretty
double.
much be all Jeffs for me.
It's a
Yeah.
double every time. It's not great. It's a double. And the place last night was very good. But I'm saying you can walk over to Jeff's. It's quiet. It's fine. It's a double.
And they do this. I noticed this with the place last night too. They do have good variety.
You have a
I
lot
don't know
of
if it's all
food there.
good, but they have a good variety.
Red snappers. They had like seafood. I mean, they were on the water, but yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah, there was
Jeff's.
like a throwback at the one last night. Like they just had everything and like the menu. I don't know. Still a little bit
They were
of
thrown up by
throwback.
the $2 hamburger, but they were tricking you. They're playing games with you a little bit.
Yes.
You know what they were doing? Having some fun.
Yes.
Having some fun.
This is basically a Steve question, but did you prefer lunch or dinner?
I like the tension of dinner last night.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
You know?
I was just wondering if you preferred that the environment with Steve or without him.
Well, it was good, fun to have Steve there last
Yes,
night
I
as
agree.
well. Yeah. I looked at that bar in the afternoon yesterday too, and there were 2 older guys there, like 3 in the afternoon drinking. They're having so much fun. They just seemed like they were so happy.
I didn't say a bar. I said a liquor store.
It's just
Well, I know, but I'm just saying they
old
seemed
Dave
happy.
and old Justin.
They just seemed happy. How about combining the two, where you can have a liquor store and a lawnmower store?
One-stop
Well,
shop.
If we get past all this,
How much
I think
fun
that's
was
a
it?
no-brainer. Yeah.
You guys
That's
hate
a-
each
that's a
other,
sitcom
but then
right
you guys hate each other. There's all that tension at the beginning. I like that.
Well, then I
exactly.
pinpointed that the Home Depot aspect of this is people normally who go to Home Depot to buy a lawnmower. They don't know that much about lawnmowers, right? So this is about Justin trying to instill his wisdom about the lawnmower to
I don't even
somebody who
anything
doesn't
about
know.
lawnmowers.
DJ's Lawn and Liquor. What do you
Right.
say, boys?
Right.
Okay. So Milton's.com. Go to their great locations. Milton's. Get moving, please, today. Buy one, get one free. Soothe event rolls on. We'll be there soon as well. Milton's.com in their 3 great locations. So we're back Friday with TBD.
Correct.
Okay. All right, boys. Thanks for joining me in Madawaska. Hit the road. Dave, be safe driving back, please.
I will be.
Okay.